Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another installment of Driving Tours. My name is Zach Kennedy, home marketing specialist with eXp Realty, and I am so excited that you're here because we are about to tour an award winning community in the Birmingham suburbs, not just any award, but the Best Community in America award in 2011, which goes to Rossbridge Community in Hoover. And that is what we are going to be checking out today. So let's jump right into it. We are hitting Lakeshore Parkway from I 65 South, which is about 5-10 minutes south of Birmingham, and we are headed on Lakeshore Parkway, and we are headed east. We are headed west right now. East on Lakeshore, if we would have taken a left off of 65, gets you to Samford University. It gets you to Homewood, home of the Patriots. If you run it all the way down, you will get to Brookwood, which is where Homewood meets Mountain Brook. So we are headed west on Lakeshore Parkway right now, and we're going through at noon, so the traffic's going to be a little heavier than usual. So along Lakeshore Parkway, which intersects perpendicular with I 65 headed south of Birmingham, runs east to west. And so we are headed west right now, and we're about to go through Ross Bridge, which is a fabulous community. There were over 200 home sales in the community of Ross Bridge in 2021. So it is a massive community, and I'm really glad you're here because you are gonna like this one. So as we head down Lakeshore Parkway here, we are in an area that there's a lot of retail. We're right off the interstate, so there's a lot of retail, a lot of grocery stores. There are a lot of places to eat, great places to eat. There's, your normal stuff, your Walmart, Sam's Club, Starbucks, Cookout, which may, depending on where you live at while you're watching this video, you may or may not be familiar with Cookout, but it's gourmet drunk food would be the best way that I could describe it. But Cookout is a delicious place that actually just opened there, I want to say last year on Lakeshore Parkway. And then you've got your other stuff, your Chick-fil-A, your McDonald's, all that stuff. So your Arby's, things like that. There's also Surge Trampoline Park, which is to our right, watching this video, which is good for the kids to run around. We're coming up soon on John Carroll Catholic High School, which is a great school. That's it right to the right. There's hotels all over Lakeshore Parkway. Actually, depending on when you're watching this, John Carroll High School is going to host the Ultimate Frisbee, or the Flying Disc competition of the 2022 World Games, hosted here in Birmingham. So that's pretty cool. Got a lot of buddies that graduated from John Carroll High School, a lot of great guys. So as we head down Lakeshore, Homewood is to our right, and then Hoover is going to be to our left. There is a lot of retail, like I said, a lot of grocery stores, restaurants, neighborhoods the other way, east on Lakeshore. And as we head west down Lakeshore, there's a lot of industrial. So a lot of corporate offices and production here on the west side of Lakeshore. So Buffalo Rock Distribution Center, you may be familiar with. Um, if you're not from Birmingham, Buffalo Rock produces a grape fizzy soda called Grapico, and that is a delicious beverage that is pretty traditional for us Southerners down here. We're on February as this recording, and we're on an overcast day. It was about 52 degrees, so not too bad. Not too bad for this time of year. 52 and a little overcast. We can see some blue skies trying to break in, and again, we're in the lunch hour driving, so we're gonna be bumping into some red lights and watching some traffic here, but we should be crossing over into the neighborhood in about 5 minutes. You're more than welcome to skip to there, but you might miss some interesting facts. Um, let's see, what other corporate do we have? We're about to run into Oxmoor Corporate Park, which is the host to lots of businesses in the Birmingham area. It's a very nice corporate park. It's got a nice little walking trail too that you can check out if you live in this area. A pond that you can probably fish in, get some small bass, and also Hibbett Sports Corporate is just off of Lakeshore. So if you're familiar with Hibbett Sports, that is a Birmingham company. So again, we're headed west down Lakeshore Parkway. Pretty soon we will be passing the entrance to Red Mountain, and that is one of the mountains that runs east-west south of downtown Birmingham. Kind of serves as a barrier for just different neighborhoods and communities that are a part of the metro Birmingham area. If you're not super familiar with Birmingham and you're watching this is the second driving tour I've done on my channel, and I've had some people reach out to me looking to buy. They're relocating to the Birmingham metro area, so it's really great that something as simple as a little driving tour can be the catalyst for people moving here and joining our community. So that's just fantastic. The metro area of Birmingham is about 1.2 million. So, we recently got quote unquote passed by Huntsville as the biggest city in the state, but our metro area is double the size of Huntsville's. So once you take all that into consideration, Birmingham is still a massive area. So if you turn right at this signal, that is how you would get to Red Mountain. And there's really good mountain biking, there's good climbing, there's a zip line for the kids, there are some built-in workout areas, and not only can you climb the ridge and back down, there's a very long, probably a couple of 3 miles of just flat land behind the ridge, just sitting kind of there on the ridge. And that's a really good place to go and have a walk or have a run and get out in nature, just 10 minutes from downtown Birmingham. That's super easy on the legs. Like I said, it's just kind of flat, just sort of winds through the forest there. And there's also a dog park at Red Mountain. So if you haven't visited Red Mountain, go check it out. There's some good options to run up some elevation, trail run, which is something I've recently kind of gotten into, and also just some flat parts that you can walk or just kind of mosey on through. That's Oxmoor Corporate Park to our right now, and that lake I was telling you about. It's got a sidewalk all the way around it, in case you want to go for a little jog there. And so on our driving tour today, we're actually going to be going through 2 golf courses that are a part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail in Alabama. There are 11 total courses. There are some, 9 holes here and there, but 11 total sites of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. We're going to be going through 2 of those today. So we're turning left right now onto Shannon Winona. And to our right there was a really nice shopping center. It's got a Publix and some Wings and Things and some other knickknack shops and perfect places to stop by on your way home, or a very short drive into Ross Bridge. And that is a recent development, probably 4 or 5 years. So that's almost brand new. And so as we're headed now south towards Ross Bridge, we are driving through now the Oxmoor Valley course of the Robert Trent Jones Trail. And Oxmoor Valley is a 54-hole facility. So there are actually 3 different courses, and you can play 27, you can play 2 9s. You split that up among the 3. The 3 courses are the Ridge, the Valley, and the Short Course. So if you're not familiar with the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, there are challenging courses. There are multiple tee placements, so it's accessible for all ages, all skill levels. RTJ was really a brainchild of the retirement systems of Alabama. Just there was pension money, and the state decided to place this 11 facility golf trail all through the state of Alabama, from Huntsville all the way down to Mobile and Gulf Shores. So that was a product of the retirement systems of Alabama. Really beautiful courses, all different types and scenery. So if you're considering moving down here, I'd pick up a set of clubs if you haven't already. So we've got some amazing golf that can be played here. So now we are, as you saw the sign on the right, we are officially in the Ross Bridge community. And there are thousands of homes in this community. There's a fire station, there's a medical center, there are restaurants, there are bars, there's a dentist, and you name it. I mean, this literally with Ross Bridge, you never have to leave, and that's what's so beautiful about it. And you can see the sidewalks here, and it's private, and it's to itself, and it's just lovely. And like I was saying at the start of the video, in 2011, the National Association of Home Builders named Ross Bridge the best community in America. And Ross Bridge refers to itself as a classic American resort town. And you'll see why as we go through, because everything you could possibly need is here. And I'll kind of go pull some U-turns here to show you the entrance. This is the entrance of like the village center. There are multiple different subdivisions of Ross Bridge, but what we're going to be going through today, there's just no way that I could do all of them, because that would be literally a 3-hour video. So I'm really just trying to hit the high notes close to the village center. So that was the fire station to the right. All kinds of retail and small business here. It was developed, Ross Bridge, beginning in 2003 by the Daniel Corporation. But the history, as Ross Bridge puts it in their website, dates back to the 1850s, when a Carolinian named James Taylor Ross was, quote, so struck by the beauty of Oxmoor Valley that he settled here to farm and raise his family. And Ross, during the Civil War, allowed the Southern forces to build a railway supply line through his land in the Oxmoor Valley. And part of the construction of that railway was a massive stone bridge to cross Ross Creek, now referred to as Ross Bridge. So that's where the community gets its name. And we are running right through the heart of it here, and there's where you can see the retail and the condos. Ross Bridge, when it was being built, wanted to be a front porch friendly type of neighborhood. So as you're looking through here, you're going to see a lot of little parks. You're going to see a lot of people walking and riding their bikes, kids playing. I mean, we're at midday here, so the kids are in school, but I mean, you can imagine at 5 o'clock, that area that we just passed would just be loaded with kids playing. So, I mean, for families, Ross Bridge is a really special place. Um, you know, you can get home from school and all that and let the kids get their bikes and go run around the neighborhood there for hours. And once the street lights come on, you can reel them on in, sit down, and have a nice family dinner. So the school systems, which we'll get into later, are fantastic as well. So it is a great place for families, and if you do need a little rest and a little relaxation, then just right here in the neighborhood is Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. This is an award-winning golf resort and spa. It's just beautiful. I mean, look at it, stunning. So, there are outdoor tennis courts here at the resort. There is an indoor pool, and there is, of course, the luxurious spa. My real estate team, my organization has hosted events here at the Renaissance, and their event space is fantastic as well. So there's the pool, the jacuzzi, the sauna. There's 259 total rooms at the resort. It's got an on-site restaurant, so if you don't feel like cooking, there's no need to order out. You could stop at any of the restaurants at the village center there, or come have a nice fancy dinner at the Renaissance, and then go get 18 holes in. Um, Ross Bridge, I can't remember which course it is because I think they've got a couple too, but it may just be the one. One of the Ross Bridge courses is 8,100 yards, which makes it the world's largest. The world's longest. I mean, the world's longest course is actually here in Birmingham, Alabama. Probably wouldn't think of that. So what we're going to do here, to the right is where we entered. We're going to go to the left, and we're just going to kind of pop in and out of a few little subdivisions here in Ross Bridge. Like I said, there's just no way we could get to all of it. It's such a big neighborhood. So we're just going to kind of hit the highlights here to really show you the variation in the styles and the sizes of the houses and the price range that can get you in to Ross Bridge, because there's a lot of variation here. And we've got some houses that are relatively close together, and we've also got houses that are a bit more spread out. So um, you know it's just a massive, massive neighborhood. There's a couple of thousand homes or residences here total in Ross Bridge, but all of them are connected by sidewalks. So even when we are on our way out here and we cross over the Parkway, um, there's still everything is connected with sidewalks here in Ross Bridge. In fact, the entirety of Ross Bridge covers 1,700 total acres. So it is just a massive, massive site. And Deer Valley Elementary School is just outside of it. So that's probably something that the kids could ride a bike to as well. So just great sidewalks all around, great walkability. There's a few trails within the community and parks, all kinds of green spaces and lakes. There's also the Shades Creek Preserve, which is on the property as well. And the HOA is not crazy. I mean, from what I looked at through the sales for 2021, I mean, you're looking at 500 probably if you're in a condo, and somewhere around 1,100 if you're in a single family home. And there's really not a blade of grass out of place in the common areas. They take extremely good care of all of the common areas across Ross Bridge, which is great when it's a community that has such a variety of homes. We are, I think we'll get to it in a second, but I think the lowest sale in Ross Bridge in 2021 was a condo. It was a two bed, two bath condo, 1,200 square feet, and it sold for 235. So 235,000 can get you into Ross Bridge in a two bed, two bath condo. And the most expensive sale of the year in 2021 was 1.79 million, and that was a 6 bedroom, 4.5 bath, single family home, and it was 3,200 square feet. So at the bottom to get into Ross Bridge and have all of these amenities, 235 as of last year could get you into a two bed, two bath condo, all the way up to 1.8 million, which would get you a 6 bed home. So I love this little roundabout here. It's got lighted streets all the way through. Yep. It's very quiet, very friendly neighbors, just tucked away in the pines. We are 20 minutes from downtown Birmingham. We're sitting southwest right now. We came in to the community from I-65 south of the heart of downtown Birmingham, and we turned west onto Lakeshore Parkway, and then south again down Shannon Winona, which turns into Rossbridge Parkway. And on our way out, we are going to go down Rossbridge Parkway again to hit Highway 150, and that will put us on Interstate 459, which runs east to west south of the city. So both entrances into the community is what we're going to cover today. If you are considering making a move to the Birmingham area, just wanted to make sure that you saw both of the entrances and exits from Ross Bridge. Traffic's usually, once you get off of 65 and once you get off of 459 headed this way, it's usually nice and light, so there wouldn't really be any concerns there. But with 65 and 459 being such trafficked interstates, you just never know. So, I mean, you're seeing what I was talking about earlier. I mean, we've got some nice cottage style houses with the big front porch as we come into the neighborhood, and now we're really into our sizable custom builds here. I mean, look at the yards. Look at that. There's really not a stone unturned. It's just a beautiful neighborhood all the way through. We'll come through the roundabout as we head to the entrance. So like I said at the start of the video, there were 203 total sales in Ross Bridge in 2021, and the average list price was $500,883, and the average sales price was $503. So 500 was the list price, 503 was the sales price. It is a knife fight to get into this neighborhood because for the most part, people get in and they really don't want to leave, especially if they have a family, or they play golf, or they are nature lovers, or just admire the convenience of having everything within a fingertip, being in this master plan community. And of course, all the amenities. There's the golf, there's parks galore, there's playgrounds galore, sidewalks all over the place. They're all connected with sidewalks. The street lights, and there are swimming pools throughout, and of course the walking paths that you see. And that's Front Porch Restaurant there on the corner. That's a jumping spot. in the evenings and on the weekends. Watch out, old man. So now we're gonna head out of Ross Bridge. I hope that you enjoyed cruising through, and we're gonna pass even more little subdivisions. It's such a big place with 1,700 total acres, and over 2,000 homes within the community. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of property. We are right here in Birmingham at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and there's just really, really beautiful views. I'm glad we actually got some blue skies, so it did break up there a bit at the end. So I'm glad you guys got to see that because if you're watching this from out of state, if maybe you've never been to the South, it's such a beautiful place, and it's quiet, and you see there's just a lot of green here, and the air is fresh. We're in a beautiful part of the city, and there's world class golf. What more can you ask for? You see to the left there, that was another little subdivision, a part of Ross Bridge, but not connected to the village center. But across the street, sidewalks. You can make it all the way there. And as we're riding down the Parkway here, we are going to pretty soon run into Deer Valley Elementary School. And Deer Valley is like pre-K through 5th grade, and Deer Valley earned a 10 out of 10 rating for test scores by greatschools.org. So the school system is fantastic in Hoover. So Deer Valley Elementary School is a really beautiful school, and 10 out of 10 rating by greatschools.org for test scores, and they're far above state average in reading, math, and science. Same can be said for Robert F. Bumpus Middle School, which is not far from here at all. It is in the Stadium Trace community, which is up just down the street. We'll actually see the road that we're going to turn on to get there, South Shades Crest, as we come out of Ross Bridge onto 150. But Robert F. Bumpus Middle School is 6th grade through 8th grade, and they got a 9 out of 10 rating overall from greatschools.org. So another high mark for this Hoover City School. And third on the list, Hoover High School that is 9 through 12. So freshman 9th grade through senior 12th. And they got a 9 out of 10 in college readiness by greatschools.org. So Ross Bridge community is zoned for these Hoover City schools, and they are awarded highly by greatschools.org, which is a trustworthy site. So if you have kids, if you have a family, if you were thinking about starting a family, this is a great place to do it. It's just a wonderful place where people take care of each other. You know your neighbor's name, and you get the convenience of being 20 minutes from downtown Birmingham if you are a commuter, and you have so much right there at the entrance of the community in the village with the retail and the restaurants and medical center and whatnot. You get parks for exercise. You got golf. You got the spa, the resort. I actually know several people that live in Ross Bridge that just walk down to the Renaissance for a night just to feel like they got away. So it's really nice to have that right there. So more retail as we run into Highway 150. And if you are joining us from out of state, maybe you're considering a move to the south. I was reading a story from United Van Lines the other day, and Alabama was actually ranked number 6 in the top inbound states in 2021. And I believe in 2020 we were number 7. So maybe we might have jumped Tennessee on that list. So just great for Bama. Um, just almost there in the top 5 of inbound states. So we're happy to have people from all over the country. Um, in 2021, I helped people move from Missouri, from Texas, from Kentucky, and from Georgia. So um, a little more of the Southeast, but actually just had a conversation this morning with a guy that's moving here from Delaware. So we're psyched to have you guys if you are considering a move to the South, if you're considering a move, or you know someone that's thinking about packing up and heading to the South. We'd love to have you. It's growing here in Birmingham with us hosting the World Games. We've got a lot of new features downtown. A lot of people have stepped their game up downtown, and it's just stunning what's going on. Um, and so, even Hoover, where we're at now, is just a fantastic place to live. It's I could give you stats and trends and things with Hoover, but Hoover is such a variety. Like I challenge you when the video's over, just go Google Hoover, Alabama, and look at the boundary lines. I mean, you're going all kinds of east west. There's so much diversity in the Hoover city, so it just really wouldn't do much good because as far as these driving tours go, we've got several more places that we're gonna have to cruise through to cover all of Hoover. But definitely, we can check Ross Bridge off of the list today. And so, thank you very much for watching this video. I love doing these driving tours because it also challenges me to consolidate all my knowledge about specific areas. And it's just a great way for people to learn more about the Birmingham, Alabama metro area. Um, it's a really beautiful place and it's growing and it's diversifying. And we'd love to have you if you are considering making a move here. As we kind of finish up here, we're coming through some more retail and we're about to turn and we're going to head east on I-459, which again runs the east-west south of Birmingham. So that's your other entrance. There's tons of retail here in this area off the interstate. And as we move, I think that our next driving tour, we are going to stay in the Hoover area. We may go hit up Stadium Trace, which is home to the Hoover Met, which hosts the SEC Baseball Championship, and it will host USA Softball for the World Games. And Stadium Trace is blowing up with retail and shops as well as brand new homes. They're putting up new homes right now, including areas like Lake Wilbourn and Green Trails, and just some really beautiful places. Lake Crest. Oh man, yeah. I think we're gonna have to do Stadium Trace next. So thank you guys for tuning in for this episode of Driving Tours. We cruised through a little bit of Ross Bridge. There's absolutely no way we could have got the whole thing, but we hit the highlights, and I'm so happy that I got to share that with you guys. Check the comments or check the description in the post for some links on how I can help you. If you're just watching just for enjoyment and pleasure, if you don't mind, if you enjoyed this video, if you got any kind of value out of it, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. That always helps. If you'd like to stick around and see some more videos, go check those out. I'll have some links here in the video shortly that you can click on. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you as a subscriber and comment on this video. If there's some more places around the Birmingham metro area that you'd like me to ride through and break off some Wikipedia knowledge to you, I'd be happy to do that. And just finally, if you're considering making Ross Bridge your home, I'll have some links for you to check some things out. And give me a call. I'd love to work with you. If you're coming from out of state, I specialize in that. If you're coming from within the Birmingham area and you're not loyal to a realtor, I'd love to be the one that at least has a chance to earn your business. So as we turn left onto I-59 here shortly, we'll go ahead and sign off. Again, my name is Zach Kennedy. I'm home marketing specialist with eXp Realty, and my cell number is 205-471-5516. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.